time with Herman and Sharron.
Okay, Sharron, we are here.
It's time.
We finally...
Brooke said it's time.
We
So here we are.
beat the traffic, honey, and we're here.
Are you going to come out?
He's in slow-mo today.
You may be watching this program, Lord only knows what day, what time, or whatever, because it's all over the country, satellite. But this is Valentine's Day, and I've been texting Sharron all kinds of red hearts, and haven't I?
Yes, you have.
That's right.
Be my Valentine.
Be my Valentine.
So that's why the red today.
We're kind of apropos. But I don't know if we can get a shot of this. But this is my favorite. The guy we're having on today, William Federer. He's the most brilliant guy that I know. And when I say that, you know, brilliance is subjective, I guess. But I call brilliance when a guy can literally, word for word, phrase by phrase, page by page, remember everything he's written. And the quotes from the people.
He's looking at you.
I mean, it's just amazing. He is. I mean, I can't brag on him enough because, and I'm not even embellishing at all. I mean, this is.
He's one of our favorite guests. I will say that.
Yes,
we have. They just love his
but in
wisdom.
this book, there are great quotes. You got to get a copy. Go to Amazon, right? Mm-hmm. And just get your copy. And I mean, get a dozen of them. They are the best, and of course, all of his books, they're just the best. But this one is, you know, we always have our favorite, right?
So why do you have that book with you?
Well, I want you to read with me this quote of one of my favorite presidents of all time, Ronald Reagan. And read with me as I read this to you. Join me in hearing what this president said. Watch. I quote, "I think I understand how Abraham Lincoln felt when he said, 'I have been driven many times to my knees by the overwhelming conviction that I had nowhere else to go. Now I realize that it is fashionable in some circles that no one in government should encourage others to read the Bible. We are told that we will violate the constitutional separation of church and state established by our founding fathers in the First Amendment. The First Amendment was not written to protect people and their laws from religious values. It was written to protect those values from government tyranny. We have been a free people, living under the law with faith in our Maker and our future. We must also seek help from God, our Father and Preserver. The morality and values such faith implies are deeply embedded in our national character. Our country embraces those principles by design, and we abandon them at our own peril. My experience in this office I hold has only deepened the belief I have held for many years. Within the covers of that single book are all of the answers to all of the problems that face us today, if we would only read and believe." End of quote. That's not President Ronald Reagan right there.
No.
That's William Federer.
Yes.
The guy that I was bragging on.
Boy, that was some quote, though.
Isn't it? I mean, it's amazing.
Exactly right.
What William Federer puts in the covers of his books, and I mean every book. You know, when he writes one, I already know it's going to be the best. But let me just share as you look at him. Dave's going to show my friend William J. Federer is a best-selling author and nationally known speaker and president of AmeriReach, right?
AmeriSearch.
AmeriSearch Incorporated. Be nice if my glasses worked. And a founder and a former U.S. congressman candidate, and he almost won. Can you imagine a guy of his caliber actually winning?
I know.
He has a daily radio a feature, American Minute, and a popular television program, Faith in History, which broadcasts nationally. He is the most prolific writer, and every book
Yes.
is a keeper. You know, there's some books that you read and you go, okay, would you like to have this? Yeah. And some books you read and you go, you're going to have to get your own copy because I'm going to keep this one. But it's good to have you back, man.
Yes,
It's
it
great
is.
to be with you. Thank you.
You're
Is-
now a Floridian, right?
Right, yes.
Yeah.
we
So
moved to Fort
that's
Myers.
great.
Yeah, and he no longer, he moves to the state and then we have a hurricane. Right? Remember that?
Right.
Yes,
And
yeah.
I mean, you almost got caught in it, didn't you?
Yeah, when we went into the house, we saw the shingles in the garage, and I thought, I'll never use those. And sure enough, months later, I'm figuring out how to put them up. You know.
Yeah. Sometimes I've got to have your, and Linda, do you hear this? Sometimes I have to have his whole family on. I mean, you've got a storybook family, actually a beautiful family, magazine
his daughter
cover
on one time.
type. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, tell me what your daughters do.
One is in New York, and she's on the board of several tech startups. And then another is in Nashville, and she writes music and sings. Another is son in South Korea, and he's worked with World Vision and different groups like that. And then a son in St. Louis, who's
Wow.
finishing up with Regent University online.
2 girls and 2 boys. What
Yes.
a great family.
Yeah. And they
And
all
a wonderful wife.
They all had his DNA. They're all smart. But it is so nice to have you back.
Oh, it's great to be here.
What we're going to kind of zero in on today, I've got so many books of his out here. I've got a whole library. If you could see. In fact, hey Dave, can you show the picture the last time he was here? Because I like to have take a look at that. He's in my office, and I told him I wanted to have famous people sitting in my chair.
Oh my goodness.
That
when
picture,
did you start doing that?
that picture just above his head is Johnny Erickson Tata did that for me.
Oh.
With a pencil in her mouth,
Yeah.
and she signed it. It really is neat. But I'm a perfectionist, but a messy guy in my office. I don't know what that's all about,
Yes.
but it's so nice.
He's a
that-
little bit on a hoarder side
Yeah,
when it comes to his office.
It's so
It's a
nice
great
to have you.
office. It's a great office.
So 40 years I've been in that office.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
Wow.
40 years I walked in that door, and there's a story behind that desk. We don't have the whole shot of it, but it is huge, and the credenza behind it. And when this building was being constructed, I went upstairs. You know when they would construct, you know how they had just the metal framing.
Mm-hmm.
So looking at the blueprint, I knew where my office was going to be. And so I kind of stood there and thought, okay, that's good, you know. And it was just there was no drywall. And so I walked down the hallway, and I saw the guys measuring their drywall, and they would scribe it. You know how they do it, and then break it and put it up. And they were doing it on it was covered with something. They were doing it on this table, and I pulled the cover back, and it's a mahogany.
It was that desk.
It was that desk. And I looked around, and I saw the credenza in that room. So I got on the phone really quick. That's before cell phones, by the way. This is back in '79. And I called Bob DeAndre. He's very successful businessman. He was at his office. So I said, Bob, can I ask you for something? He goes, sure. I said, there is a nice desk that the guys are using it to scribe the drywall. They're going to ruin it. It's a mahogany. Would you mind if I had them bring it down to where I know my office is going to be? And I think he was trying to figure out what is this guy doing. So he said, sure. So I had him bring it down, cover it, and I literally saved that. And for the last 40 years, I mean, it was a custom-made desk.
Wow.
And somebody had given it as just kind of a, you know, how people do to Christian organizations.
Uh-huh.
And so I've had that for 40 years.
Wow.
So that's the story
Wow.
behind my desk and credenza.
Well,
That's a
William,
great story.
Tell us about the latest book that you
This
did,
is
Ten
this is the one we're going to be
Commandments.
talking about today,
Yeah.
and the most controversial Isn't it amazing? 10 Commandments on the school walls being taken down, monuments being removed. All of a sudden, the 10 Commandments, thank goodness they haven't tried to destroy Washington's capital and all the places that the 10 Commandments, but it's coming. That's.
So why are they so controversial all of a sudden?
Well, several years ago, Matt Staver with the Liberty Counsel was defending some cases all the way to the Supreme Court where they were wanting to remove some 10 Commandment memorials in different states that were on their Capitol grounds. And so he asked me to go through all my research and come up with historical evidence of how the 10 Commandments influenced American law. And so I did something a little unique. I took each commandment individually and said, okay, how did this commandment influence the law? Yeah. For example, the first one is, I'm the Lord thy God, shall no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make any graven images. Second. Third is, thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. And you go, how could that commandment have an influence on law? Well, lo and behold, in the courts, you would have to swear upon a Bible to say that you were going to tell the truth. And there was a case in 1811, People versus Ruggles in New York, where a witness had taken God's name in vain. And the judge says that we cannot allow that because it will undermine the court system. He said it'll destroy the efficacy of oaths in a court of law. What's that? Well, if you have this concept that you're going to be accountable to God if you lie. And if the country allows God's name to be taken in vain, people have no fear of God. It's like, oh, I can take God's name in vain. I don't have to tell the truth. And then the judge cannot trust what the witness is going to say. And in 1835, Alexis de Tocqueville's traveling America. He goes to
Say that name again.
Alexis de Tocqueville. He's a French political writer. They had gone through their French Revolution. They sort of got rid of God. And he's coming to America, and he's seeing how America, and he goes into a court, and he sees how the judge refused to let the witness testify because the witness said they didn't believe in God. And the judge said, you just destroyed beforehand any trust that this court has in your testimony. And then Alexis de Tocqueville says, and it was reported in the newspaper with no other comment, and everybody in the country knew. And so this, the person was fined $500, and I think put in jail for 3 months. Why? Because he took God's name in vain. He broke the third commandment.
Can you believe this?
And so, but even to this day, the U.S. Supreme Court opens with God save the United States in this honorable court. They're acknowledging God. On the one face of the Supreme Court has Moses, holding the 10 Commandments and so forth. And then the fourth commandment is keep holy the Sabbath. And you think, how did that influence American law? Well, in the colonial documents, in particular in Pennsylvania, it says, no business shall be done on Sunday because it's the Lord's day.
Yeah.
And that got incorporated into all the laws of the states and then the federal government. So our U.S. Constitution says that the president has, so many days to sign a bill, Sundays accepted. So it shows that there's no federal business done on a Sunday.
Well, we were married in 1959, and shopping malls were not open on Sunday. Stores, like 90% of the stores were closed on Sunday.
Yeah.
And we remember when all of a sudden that was a thing of the past. You could go shopping on Sunday just like you did on Monday.
Did they just decided to do that? I mean,
it started first with health issues. So they wanted pharmacies to be open if somebody needed medicine. And then it went to necessities of food, milk and so forth. And then it gradually went to anything.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like marijuana. We're doing it for medicine. Don't you understand?
Exactly the same.
And once they're in, I can be happy when I suck on that, that marijuana cigarette.
Yeah,
wow. And like the one that's running for president, the Democrats, she's running, and she said, we should be able to legally smoke wherever we want to, marijuana, because it makes us happy, and we need to be happy. I'm going, now this is the mark of a great president to be.
Yeah, the values, Plato talked about this in his book, The Republic in 380 BC, how it would, a democracy where the people rule themselves is based on the people having virtue. And then over time, another group wants to get involved in politics, and he called them lovers of fame. They just want everybody to say nice things about them, so they'll bend depending on public opinion. And the third group that wants to get involved is lovers of money. And then it says they just exalt, instead of exalting virtue, they exalt the wealth. And it becomes what everybody wants, even if you got the wealth immorally. But then he says that what happens is it turns into chaos. The democracy has the chief characteristic of lovers of tolerance. And you think that's great. Then they tolerate people that are a little bit off. Then they tolerate people that are a lot off. Till they're finally tolerating fraud and crimes and crook, and nobody cares. And then he says it creeps into their morality, and the young man gives into libertinism and useless and unnecessary pleasures, even incest and unnatural union. Yeah, that's what he's talking about, throwing off sexual restraints. But then it turns into chaos in society, and then people say, we need someone to come that can restore order. And that's when they surrender their freedoms to somebody promising to fix it. And before they know it, this person is a lover of power, and it turns back into a dictator. Yeah. So the people ruling themselves, if they have no morals and self-restraint, i.e. giving into drugs and so forth, it turns into domestic chaos, out of which there's more insecurity, more crime, and then they want the government to come in and restore order, and you're back to a top-down form of government with a king.
I love, I got to show
We're
you.
well on our way.
I don't know if we can, because the pages don't come out very well on television, but this, each one of these commandments, there it is right there, thanks Dave. Each one of these commandments, if you turn to that page, I mean, you can't stop reading because you turn to that commandment and he's got the history behind everyone that quoted this and what they said and the year that it was quoted and how we accepted it during that time, and where we have moved from what you have documented in this book to 2019 is unbelievable.
Well, it's interesting. I see you have one of my books called "Who is the King in America?"
Yeah, right, that's right.
And
I mean, I just got this off my shelf when I came down. But that's another one. It's just.
But to understand the importance of the Ten Commandments, the most common form of government in world history is a king. Pharaoh, Caesar, Kaiser, Sultan, Tsar. And as the centuries go on, the kingdoms get bigger because with military advancements, you can kill more people. Iron's stronger than bronze and stirrups for riding horses and gunpowder. But finally, the King of England was the biggest. He was like a globalist. He had a one world government, right? He had all of India, Australia. And America's founders flipped it and made the people the king. Where did America's founders get this idea that they could rule themselves without a king? Well, believe it or not, ancient Israel. So the colonial New England pastors, they would read the Bible, particularly the first 400 years when Israel came out of Egypt, before they got King Saul. It's the book of Judges in the Bible, a little confusing period, but that's actually an anomaly in world history. This is the first instance where you have an entire nation with millions of people and no king. And so it's all based on each person being taught the law. And if you think of it as a line with total government on one side, no government on the other, total government, you have a king who rules through fear. You do what he says or he kills you. The no government side is anarchy. No government unless each person is taught the law. It's like each person downloads a behavioral app on their iPhone. And the Levites are the computer geeks that help you to download it. So instead of a GPS telling you where to turn, it tells you how to act. And everybody's got their own copy they've been taught. But wait a second, why would you follow an internal moral that you've been taught? Ancient Israel had the key ingredient. There is a God who is watching everyone. He wants you to be fair, and he's going to hold you accountable in the future. So you're about to steal, nobody's around, you know you can get away with it, and then you think, God is watching me, he wants me to be fair, he's gonna hold me accountable, maybe I should hesitate stealing. And it creates something in your head called a conscience. If everybody in the country really, truly believes this, you can maintain complete order with no police. Complete security for property, women can go anywhere. Now it only works with the God of the Bible. And Islamic Allah God says there's an infidel woman there, nobody's around, you can rape her, it's okay. The God of the Bible says do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So you take the power of the king, you separate it into the hands of the people, it's chaos, unless each person is taught the law, but what motivates them to follow this law is this God of the Bible who's watching everyone, wants you to be fair, going to hold you accountable. So when we say it's one nation under God, it's more than just a nice little acknowledgement. That's the motivating force. That's the electricity. That's the battery. That's the energy that makes people follow these internal morals, and so you can maintain order in society without being afraid of some king.
How did we become and agree to a republic, does that have a God-conscious connotation?
Right. So the word democracy is the people rule. Demos means people, krasia means rule. The pure democracy only ever worked on a citywide level because everybody had to be there in the market every day to talk politics. And so Athens had 6,000 citizens. They all had to show up at the marketplace, and they would talk politics all day long. If you didn't show up for a couple of days, you were called an idiotus, an idiot. You didn't know what was going on. A republic is where you take care of your family and your farm, and you have someone in your place that goes to the market every day and talks politics. They're your representative. So the REP in republic is the REP in representative. Wow. So a Republican form of government, the people are the king, but they're ruling through their representatives. So a republic, you don't have to be there every day, and therefore it can grow larger and larger to larger geographic areas, like a country. So ancient Israel functioned as a republic. And so when Moses says, "How can I alone bear your burden? Take you wise men, known among your tribes, and bring them to me, and I'll make them rulers over you." So this was an election process within the tribe. Moses said, "You know the people within your tribe, the one that hate covetousness, you bring them to me." And so so every town and every village, they would elect their own elders. And then the elders would send somebody to the tribal meeting, and they'd send their elders to the Sanhedrin, the Hebrew Senate. It was a bottom-up form of government. And so it functioned as a republic. Now, in America, we do a little hybrid. We democratically elect our representatives, but they're limited by something called the Constitution. And so they can't do whatever they want. The Roman representatives, they could sort of do whatever they wanted. And in our form of government, it's a constitutional republic. But I bring that out. In nature, you have seed and soil. And our form of government, democratically elected constitutional republic, is like a genetically engineered seed. It's really good. But question, does it matter what type of soil you plant it in? And so we get rid of Saddam Hussein, and we go over to Iraq, and we give them a form of government that's very similar to ours. And within one election cycle, they vote in Sharia law. It's the death penalty for leaving Islam, and you can beat your wives. And we're scratching our heads saying, how come that seed didn't produce the same fruit that it produced over here? Yeah. The Soviet Union falls apart, and we go over and help those little republics set up republics and democracies. And within a couple of years, it's taken over by the mafia and the black market and organized crime, and we're scratching our heads thinking, why didn't the seed produce the same? Well, they had 70 years of atheism plowed into their soil, and atheism says there's no God, this life is all there is, do whatever you can to get ahead. That seed of a democratically elected constitutional republic was planted in America in a Judeo-Christian soil. And so 90% of the people were Protestants, a couple percent Catholic, and half a percent Jewish, but it was virtually 100% Judeo-Christian. Everybody believes that God is watching, he wants you to be fair, man and women made in the image of the Creator. And so you took this seed, you planted it in the soil of a Christian, Judeo-Christian populace, it produces the richest, most prosperous country that planet Earth has ever seen.
What are we now, William? What are we now?
What soil are we in?
We're in the tipping point of moving in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
There's a communist tactic, and I may have mentioned it before, called deconstruction, where you separated people from their past, get them into a neutral where they do not remember where they came from, and then you can brainwash them into the future you have planned for them.
That's right. Our university kids.
It is, exactly. And it's actually a sales technique. If I was a toothpaste salesman, the first thing I do is say negative things about the toothpaste you are currently using. You're still using that old stuff? Don't you know it'll eat the enamel off your teeth? You're like, ooh, you're repulsed by it. Now I got you into a neutral, you're open-minded. What are all the toothpastes out there? I haven't been keeping up. And then I give you my pitch for this brand new tartar-controlled breath freshener stuff. So what do? They go into the classrooms and they tell the kids negative things about the founding fathers. They took land from Indians, sold people into slavery, they were chauvinists, they had religious wars, and ooh, the students are repulsed by them. Now you got the kids into a neutral, they're open-minded. What are all the belief systems out there? And then you give them your pitch for LGBT or socialism or Islam. And Europe is actually ahead of us in this. It went from a Judeo-Christian Europe with Catholic cathedrals, Protestant Reformation, and Jewish neighborhoods. And then it went into a secular Europe with the French Revolution. And Napoleon spreading all this French secularism all around. And it says, hey, nothing special about our Christian past. Do whatever you want. Free sex, LGBT, and, gay agenda. And now it's turning into an Islamic Europe with Muhammad being the #1 name for newborns in London, Milan, and Brussels. And so we see there's a trend. We've gone from Bibles in the schools to condoms in the schools. Now it's hijabs in the schools. And so you see, when you study history, you can't help but see trends and movements in societies. And so we've gone from this Judeo-Christian past. The LGBT agenda, in a sense, is simply a creative way to cut ties with the Christian past. The effect of it is they're declaring war on Christianity, but they don't want to call it that.
And war on the Bible.
Yeah, and they do it by guilt-tripping you into being more Christian than Christ. You think, what? Yeah, they say if you're really Christian, you'll tolerate this gay agenda being taught to your kids.
Yeah,
it's like, question, would Jesus teach that to the kids? Jesus says, in the beginning, God made them male and female. The man shall leave the father and mother, cleave to his wife, the two shall become one. Jesus wouldn't teach that you could be a boy today, a girl tomorrow. And so they're trying to say, if you're really Christian, you won't act like Christ. You'll allow something to be taught that Jesus wouldn't teach. Matter of fact, Jesus took it another step and says, if you allow one of these little ones that believes in me to stumble, it's better that a millstone be put around your neck and be cast in the depths of the sea. So we're the Christians, we're in charge of this country, it's a republic, we're ruling through our representatives, and so we're allowing this something to be taught that Jesus would not allow to be taught. And so, anyway, but we've gone from this drive neutral reverse. We've gone from a Judeo-Christian society to a secular, neutral, anything goes, free sex, and now it's moving, especially in Europe, into an Islamic society.
And we are in America moving socialists.
Yeah, and so we've seen socialism and Islam have sort of cross-pollinated. Especially after Iran, because the communists wanted to take over Iran, the fundamentalist Muslims. And so we've seen since that point on this unique, super, you know, like farmers out in Kansas, you know, these super weeds that are Roundup resistant, you know, because the pollen blew in the wrong direction. And so you have Islamic motivation using communist tactics.
Wow.
We've always thought of communism over here and Islam over here. Now we're sort of seeing it coming together. And
wow.
But didn't mean to get off on it, but it is interesting to see the Ten Commandments.
That was so educational, though, really. You're absolutely right.
I literally, I literally could just sit and listen to him for hours. I mean, it just, and his phrases, I mean, they're different. As he moves along, for goodness sakes, it's like, and then he brings it all together.
Yeah.
Get your copy. In fact, go to his website and make I mean, he has book after book after. Please, I know this is my favorite, okay, but this is something that once you own it, you won't give it away. I put on here autographed copy, and
you know, I was thrilled. A couple of years ago, the U.S. Supreme Court cited that book by name in its City of Greece decision, and there was a City Council opening with prayer in Jesus' name. ACLU sues, and so you have a book on the ACLU. The ACLU sues, and then the Justice
get your
Kennedy.
copy right here. We are out of time, unfortunately. God bless. Bye-bye.